Hello, it's Chris here, and I just want to thank you for watching and inviting you to this training here. Feel free to add me on Facebook, though. Go ahead and just search my name or my email address, which is chrisgroves3@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Anyways, I want to get right into this, and we're going to talk about how you can sell more products to your list. So if you're building a list, that's my goal here, is to help you sell more products to your list using, a good follow-up series, using a good funnel, all that good stuff. So let's dig right into it and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and bring up my little notepad here, and we'll talk about low ticket to high ticket sales and the importance of selling. So low ticket sales are very easy to make, and even, beginning marketers come online and they struggle making any sales whatsoever. But, a low ticket sell is basically anything under, $99 is what I consider a low ticket sell. Now, you may have your own definition of low ticket sell, but generally, if it's under $99, that's a low ticket sell. It's a smaller transaction. Your product may be $17, $25, $37. So that's your low ticket. And realistically, a few low ticket sales will add up and make you some good money. But what really pays the bills is high ticket. Now, a mid ticket sell is somewhere in the range of $100 to $300. Okay, but high ticket is basically 300 or more, and maybe you would classify it as 500 or more. All I'm trying to say is it's depending on really what you consider a high ticket sell. But generically speaking, over $300, I consider a high ticket sell because those are bigger commissions. So how do you get those types of sales? Because let's be realistic. If you were to go through your funnel, right? If you were to go through your sales funnel, you really aren't going to sell a lot of $3,000 products right off the bat, right? Think about it. Think of any company that just goes straight to a $3,000 product with without doing a webinar or anything like that. So the key to selling high ticket, all right, is usually you have an entry low ticket, which would be, let's just say in this example, your $17 product. Now, remember, it can be any price point, which is an example. So you have your entry low ticket, and then you have your upsells, right? So you have an upsell, maybe you have a mid upsell of, let's just say, $149, and then you do have a high ticket program that's like $497. Okay. Now that's going to sell because if people get into your entry product, they follow all the steps, they do everything, they see results, they're going to buy your 149 product. And if they buy your 149 product and then they see some results, they go through it, then they're most likely going to go to this level. Okay. So there are companies organized like that, and you never have to get on the phone. Now let's talk about bigger commissions, $2,000, maybe $3,000 commissions. How do you accomplish those? Well, that's definitely high ticket when you're talking, $2,000 or $3,000 commissions. The key is you want to host webinars. You wanted to, doing webinars. Okay. These are how I do my high ticket sales. I do webinars if it's a large audience of people, or I do one-on-one over the phone. Now, for me personally, this has been the most effective. One-on-one over the phone. And I'm telling you what I do. So after someone buys my product, right, they buy my $17 or $27 product, whatever I'm selling, then they fill out this form: name, email, phone number. Now, I don't know much about this person at this time, and I usually will go to Facebook and I'll put in their email address, try to friend them on Facebook. But I do know that they bought my product, so I do know they're an action taker. And so what I like to do is I like to get them on the phone the first time and just thank them for buying my product. Hey, John, thanks for buying the product. If you have any questions, let me know. I want you to go through all the steps. And is that okay? And basically, I ask for permission. That was okay if I call you in about 5 to 7 more days, and I see how everything's going. And guess what? I haven't had a single person tell me no, not to follow up with them. So I follow up basically in 7 days. I didn't sell them anything on the first call because that approach I've tried and it doesn't work too well. But I do basically let them know I'm there to help them. I say, if you can go through the training and I call you in then 5 days, or I give them a date, is that okay? And they say yes. I set up a time with them. I call them on that date. And by then, I'm hoping they had a chance to go through and use the training. And then on that follow-up call is when you can sell your high-ticket services. So if you have a $1,000 product or $2,000 product, then you're going to sell a lot more of those. So think about the psychology behind that. You don't want to sell to them as soon as they buy. It's okay to have upsells after the form, but if I'm going for high ticket immediately, like I want to sell, let's just say $1,000 or $2,000, high ticket product, whether it be coaching or some type of really advanced training course that I put together, then I can get them on the phone and say, hey, you know what? How are things going with the training? And if they're going good, it's going to be really easy to sell them, right? Because they're already seeing results, or if they've already made money, it's even easier. And so by that point in time, get them on the phone and you say, that's great. I did want to invite you to a mastermind. You can invite them to a mastermind webinar, or you can say, I want to invite you to our mastermind VIP inner circle or something like that, depending on what you call it in your training. And then you say, okay, and then you have to tell them what it is first, of course, and you can send them a presentation at that point in time, or basically give them a presentation over the phone of all the things that it includes. Hey, this includes the one-on-one coaching, high-end support. It's going to be step-by-step guided. It's going to teach you how to make high-ticket commissions yourself and teach you how to re-promote and advertise and do affiliate marketing and get traffic, all that good stuff, right? Just as an example. And then, they're going to say, oh, yeah, that's really good. That's right in line with what I'm looking for. And then bam, you're going to be able to, tell them how they can get in, give them the price, and there's a good portion of people that will sign up. I would say out of the people that you get on the phone, I would say you're going to get about, using the method, you're going to get about 25% that actually commit. So if you talk to, if you talk to 5 people that buy your product and you say, hey, I'd like to follow up with you in 5 to 7 days to see how things are going. Is that okay if I give you a call? 25% of them actually end up taking action and they actually buy. So it's really not that hard, because reality is you want to use these low ticket sales that are coming in. Let's go back over here. Your low ticket volume sales, the $17 and $27 sales, those don't really make you money because that's really just offsetting your cost for advertising, right? So here we are. Let's talk about traffic. All right, let's just say you buy $100 in traffic and you have a $17 product. Well, how many of those $17 products you have to sell to even, profit? Well, you're gonna have to buy, I think it's gonna come out to be 6. You're gonna have to get 6 sales to make a $2 profit. And then, if you're using PayPal, after PayPal fees, you're basically breaking even on 6 sales. So that's why, to offset that, it's good to have upsells. So usually what I do is, after someone buys a $17 product, you want to create an upsell to that product that's congruent. That's the keyword, is congruent. And what do I mean by congruent? It means if you're selling a course on, let's just say, Fiverr, for example, then you want to do something that's in that range. Maybe it's more advanced Fiverr techniques. So you give them the basic course, and then you have something that's more advanced. And that's really all it is when you're doing congruency, is taking what you already put together and then going into advanced methods. So you can make a course that teaches people how to make money, posting on Facebook or posting on Craigslist, but you could have an advanced course that then goes into the realm of Bing pay-per-click or Facebook advertising or solo ads and paid traffic, right? That would be your advanced course. It's very congruent. So that's the thing, is you want to be congruent, or else you won't get a lot of upsells. You wouldn't want to sell a Fiverr course and lead into an upsell, into Mobi. It'd be kind of weird, it'd be really weird. It wouldn't be so congruent. I don't know how well that would do. So keep that in mind with what you're doing. And so those upsells are going to help, because if you have an upsell of, let's just say, $47, and this is what I'm doing. I'm going to show you this in a minute. Okay, so now you have someone who buys the 17, and then if half the people that buy the 17 upgrade to the 47, then look, you're that much closer to making the upsells. Now you only need another 17 and another 47. Oops. So, and look, you're at profit now. So that's the importance of having upsells. And the goal, really, in my opinion, with buying traffic, is to break even on your low ticket, and the high ticket is where your money has got to be coming from. You got to be able to sustain those high ticket sales, do the follow-up, or maybe it's a CPA offer. All right, so far hopefully that makes sense as far as selling to your list, and we'll talk about what converts and everything like that too. So basically it's very simple. Put a product together, give it a low entry point, whether it be a training course that you put together yourself. Having your own product does benefit you in the long run as far as the responsiveness to your list and to your services and products. When you send out follow-up emails after having your own product, people do tend to buy from you a lot more. I've noticed the sales rate increases a lot. And so I'm actually going to zoom in here, and I'm going to show you this really quick. Let me zoom in. Now, I'm zoomed in because I'm just trying to protect my customers' information. All right, and we'll go over really quick here. So do bear with me. All right, but I just want to show you right here. I'm zoomed in really large here. But I want to show you what I've basically done. Okay, so on this account, I filter out some products, $17 in 1997, 1717, and this is all in the this history you're seeing happened over about 2 day period. So it's not like even a full week. I mean, just with these product sales a day, it brings in it's not I want to consider it's a whole lot, but for low ticket sales it's pretty good. I mean, it brings in 150 to $200 a day, which is actually offsetting more than the cost of advertising. So there's a little profit here, and just trying to show you all these sales do add up. So look at that. Like I said, this is probably for 2 days, maybe 3 days max on this first page. So I would probably say 2 days, because there we go. So those are the type of results that you can get, having your own product and being able to sell and get them into webinars. And then after they buy that product, after they buy that product, you take them to a form. Let me zoom out now. Okay, where they have to access the course, and you want to get their name, email, phone number, any other details. And after they buy, they're going to give you any details because they have to access their product. And if you make everything required, what questions they have, right, then that's going to benefit you. But I ended up just doing name, email, phone number. And then what I do from there is literally I outsource somebody to do the calls for me, or you can do the calls yourself depending on the volume you're bringing. So there's no problem doing the calls yourself. You have two options there. You can do the calls yourself, get on the phone for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, or you can have someone do that for you. So definitely a couple of different options there, and very, very beneficial to you as far as selling high ticket. And what you can do then from that point, after building that initial relationship with your lead, is try to connect with them on Facebook, try to help them any way possible, get their questions answered, and then use that approach. But usually I found it's not so effective to try and sell them on the next high ticket thing right away. Especially if you're selling a $2,000 course. Now, if you're selling something for $200 or $300, like a mid-ticket, you can actually do that on the initial call after they buy. Say, hey, you got the CPA training course. I wanted to know if you want to access some traffic for you right now. I got a good deal on traffic for you for this price, where you can offer them, hey, I'll create you a landing page. This is, your one-time offer over the phone. I can get everything created for you and have it ready in the next 48 hours, 24 hours, whatever, and then name a price tag. Okay, so those are some of the ideas that you can do, and there's a lot of power, because another thing I want to point out, this is not like creating a landing page. And let me show you something here. So I'm going to go over here to my lead page just to give you an example. This is different than let me show you. Okay, now if you're buying traffic and you're getting people to opt in and put their name, phone number in, and, from the get-go, if I had the name and phone number filled here and I was to call these leads, I would get a lot of tire kickers. But you don't actually deal with any tire kickers when you call your buyers, because they just bought from you. And if you call them within a 24-hour period, 48-hour period max, they're super responsive because they just took action on your product. They bought from you, so they obviously like you, or they like your product, right? So it's so easy to have a conversation with you, and they're going to pretty much agree to what you have to offer. They're going to listen to you. They're not going to hang up on you. Where the people that enter here, that are grouchy, they put in their information, those are the ones that hang up on you. And I was doing that for a while. I was collecting names, numbers, and phone from the get-go just to test it out, for a network marketing business. And this is especially true with network marketing. People tend to want to send traffic and get all this information, but the problem is, you do that, you're trying to get all this information up front, and by the time you do that, you just the leads just end up hanging up on you, or they don't want to hear what you have to say. They're not responsive. So I rather call the few buyers that comes are here that are responsive, and those are going to make you a ton of profit. Those are the leads that are going to buy from you. They're going to buy your courses. They're going to even buy other programs you're in, whether it be I can't even talk, MTTB, which is Mobi, iPass, you name it, your own products, and then you're going to create a super responsive list. And it just has to be a basic page like this. And all I did was put together a simple page, name, email, phone number filled, and that's it. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense as far as converting those low ticket to high ticket sales. And I'll see you in the next video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about in the next video of some tricks you can do with your follow-up series and why it makes your follow-up series effective. So I'll see you in the next video, and we'll talk about follow-up. Thanks for watching.